Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Leah Robinson.
Sharks.
Tangier.
And this is
Say That Live.
Now, this week's episode of Say That Live is actually a bit more of a serious topic. A lot of people do know this, some don't, but October is the month of breast cancer awareness. And whether you have a family member, a friend, or a colleague, we all know someone that has cancer of some sort. So, yeah.
And today's special guest is Chanell Howe. She is a breast cancer survivor and also a breast cancer motivational speaker.
I can't wait to hear her testimony.
Me either. Stay tuned for her interview.
Say That Live.
Welcome back to this episode of Say That Live. My name is Leah Robinson.
I'm Tangier. And today we're here with our special guest, and her name is
Chanell Howe.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to tell our people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, all that good stuff?
Well, I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. I'm here today to spread awareness for breast cancer, being that this is October, and we're just bringing awareness to you guys and let you know the real about breast cancer.
Awesome. Now, I think we should first start. I don't think a lot of people actually know exactly what breast cancer is. We all hear about it, we see the pink ribbons, but no one actually knows the definition of having breast cancer.
Well, definition really is you are actually having tumors or lymph nodes all over your breast that some could be cancerous, some cannot. It's called invasive. Some of them, when it comes invasive, that's when it becomes very serious. So some, it's just basically having tumors within your breast that may spread throughout your breast, and that's when it becomes a serious problem.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Now, is breast cancer inherited?
They say it is. A lot of people have family history, and if they have family history, that determines their treatment if they were diagnosed with it. Because if your family history is strong, then you may have to go through a more invasive treatment because it might be just in your genes. But there's really no study as to how anyone gets breast cancer at this moment.
Wow. She is a survivor, guys, so just let's give her applause for that, surviving and beating breast cancer.
1 year.
Right. Yes, that's amazing. And we did a little bit of stalking, we had to see who you were and register and stuff like that. So one of the posts on your Facebook page that actually stood out to us the most was that you said October was a very special month for you.
Yes.
So can you just give our people just a little something of why October is special to you?
October is special to me, not only because it is breast cancer month, but it's because I had my last chemo in October.
Wow,
that's a blessing.
Which was actually a week before I was to do the breast cancer walk, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it because I thought maybe sick from my last chemo because it's more aggressive, your last one. But I was able to finish it and able to compete, to actually walk in it. So that's why it's more special to me because it was my last treatment for chemo.
And how many treatments did you have?
I have 4 treatments every 3 weeks.
Holy
wow.
crap. That is a strong woman right
That's
there.
nothing compared to some people. I heard some stories people had like 10 or 16 and then had to do radiation afterwards. I didn't have to do radiation, which was good because I caught it. Once again, it's best to do it in early detection.
Right. So
I caught it
chemo
early.
and radiation are
Totally two different things.
Okay. Can you explain that?
Chemo is liquid. It's being toxin is actually poison, is actually toxin. It is to actually go through yours. I had a port, which is actually within my neck, and it was going through. So I wouldn't have to go through my IV all the time because of the chemo being so strong that it can blow your veins and your arms and stuff can get very dark. So chemo is just liquids going into you, and it's actually killing your cells, and you have to rebuild your whole immune system. Whereas radiation is zapping the cancer spot, trying to burn any cells that may be around that cancer spot where they found the tumor.
So with the radiation one, I guess it's more clear as to where it is, so they can zap it?
They're trying to trigger as to where it was at, but it's actually your skin getting burned within from outside in. So you're actually on fire.
So would you have marks from that?
Yeah, some people have marks. They turn dark. They actually have zaps. You can see them
oh
really
my God.
That's crazy. Well, how did you find out that you had breast cancer?
I actually found my own lump, which was crazy. I don't know. God had told me. I can tell you, it was like a still voice there telling me to just actually laid down because I had an exam in December.
Okay.
And December of 2011, and then I found my lump myself in April 2012, which was only 4 months after my doctor did my exam. So I found it myself. I actually laid down, I did the breast examination, never did it before ever in my life. Don't know why he told me, but glad that he did. And I laid down and I found it and I felt it, and then it went off from there.
Well, that goes into my next question for you. How often should you do a breast exam, and how do you do that?
Well, they say every year when you have your pap smear by doctor examination, you should have your breast examined every year when you're doing your pap smear. But for self-examination, you need to do them every month.
I didn't know that. You do that.
Okay, well, it's best if you do it in the shower, first of all. And you need to be laying down. You can lay down. I hope the camera can see me. I'm not sure. But I'll pretend I'm laying down.
Right.
And you're putting your arm here. So if you're putting this arm behind, you're checking with your opposite arm, and you're feeling just in circles. You're going around in circles from the outer all the way until the inner, until you get to your nipples.
Okay.
So you have to just keep checking.
So you're feeling for a lump.
You're feeling for a lump.
Oh, wow.
Then you switch and do the other arm and go that way.
I don't think half the people that are going to be watching this knew anything about this. So that's absolutely amazing.
And they need to know. That's the problem.
They do.
They need to know. Early
Right.
detection is the key. If you can find the littlest pimple, bump, even if for me also I had a sign but I didn't know it was a sign, I couldn't put deodorant on my right side. Like I don't shave. I use Near. So I was thinking, okay, the Near may have burnt me, or they changed the ingredients. I'm getting an allergic reaction, so I couldn't put deodorant on this side. So my doctor's giving me cream, but coming to find out, the tumor was on a nerve.
Oh.
So it was bothering me with my deodorant.
Yikes.
So that was another sign, and I didn't know.
So that goes into my next question. So besides the lump that you found, are there any other signs or symptoms that people just don't know about that can help them?
If you check your breast every month, your titties, your boobs are not the same size anyway.
Right.
So, but if you are looking at them and you see one is getting bigger than the other, or one is going invert, like if your nipple goes in, that's a sign. If you see a pimple outside that's not going away for a very long time, that can be a sign that the tumor is, coming without. So just looking at the size of your breast, looking at the coloration, it could change colors, it could turn red. But once again, underarms, if something like your deodorant is burning you don't know what it is, just go get checked. Those smallest things.
So really, it's just you really just have to know your
You have
body.
to know your
I
body.
guess a lot of people don't. You'd be surprised. I see a lot of people that just like,
Even for me, because going to the shower, I never felt the lump, and when I found it was about the size of a golf ball. But I never felt it washing my own body.
Right.
Crazy. So
examine your body,
examine
ladies
it.
and guys.
Yes, guys, definitely. Please act like you cannot get it, because you can. It is possible. The numbers are rising for men that are getting breast cancer, especially in African American men.
Right. Wow. So, there are different stages to breast cancer.
Yeah, there's different. Is if we go from 1 to 4, and 1 is basically 0 to 4 actually. There's 0 to 4, and it's like 0 is nothing. You probably don't have to go through radiation or chemo, either with 1 as well. When you get into 2, it's kind of like, okay, you have to. Some cells may have escaped, so you need to go in and try to burn them out, because some may have escaped. You don't know where they escaped to.
Right.
4th one is the most serious, whereas it leads to most death if it's not caught really early, and someone is, they escape all over the body.
And if you don't mind me asking, what stage?
I was at 2.
You're at 2.
So you
been
caught
at
it
zero.
early.
I
You
caught
caught
it
it in
early.
early
Yeah,
stage.
I caught it early.
Wow.
Yeah, stage 2.
Great.
Well, on a lighter note, I work with a charity organization that is called Comedy Cures, basically saying that laughter really does cure sicknesses, and it helps to get you through any depression and things like that, and it just says that it can be a form of medicine and coping. So as far as getting through breast cancer, what ways did you cope with that?
That's really good. That's honestly true. Laughter does cure a lot of things, not just cancer. It cures a lot of things.
Okay.
For me, it was my faith. I had to keep my faith. There was no other person that was actually going to get me through besides him.
Right.
He put me on the journey. He gave me this platform. He had this already set before I was in my mom's womb. he already knew this. I was no other way but to follow his direction. And that's the only thing that kept me together, because when I first got diagnosed, I just kept hearing him say to me, I got this. I got this. And ever since then, I just let him have it. I took my hands off of it. And I'm here.
She's a survivor, y'all. I know that she's here.
A true survivor.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Oh, man. So, now, basically, you just answered my question. You answered my question. So, you never felt as if you were, like, you never, how can I put this? Were you ever at a point where you was like, you know what, forget this, I can't do it, just,
Heck yeah.
Your breaking point.
like,
yeah. The night before chemo, I was like boo-hooing, like I did not want to do it because the thought of me losing my hair just came into focus. It just hit me like all the time, like, okay, I'm not ready to lose my hair. And my girlfriends were all there trying to, comfort me. And I was like, let me just go in my room. I have to go talk to God. And I just told him, I said, if you want me to be there, I'm not setting my alarm. And I live by my alarm. I was like, I'm not setting my alarm. If you want me to be there, you would get me up.
Alright.
And he woke me up the next morning. I had so much joy, like, okay, let's go. Chemo, first round, let's go. Got 3 more after this. But I wanted to give up after chemo. I mean, after the first round of chemo, I really did.
wow.
But kept going.
Now, I don't know, but, did you lose your hair?
Yeah, I lost every bit of my hair. But I didn't lose it like right after. I felt it was like after my first round of chemo, I experienced so much pain. Like I was throwing up to the point where I couldn't even breathe anymore. It was to the point where my stomach just felt like a Mack truck was just hitting it. And my vomit wasn't even vomit anymore. It was actually me vomiting bowel. Like how you would use the bathroom. I was using the bathroom this way because nothing would stay up. So I said to him, clear as day, I was like, can you stop the pain? I just kept saying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And he said, but you never prayed to me about taking away the pain. You always was worried about your hair. I heard him clear as day. And I said, okay, fine. If you stop the pain, I'm ready to take away my hair. Next morning, I woke up, it was just in clumps. Clumps. And I called my girlfriend, with my sister, and I was like, okay, today's the day. We gotta cut it. It's coming out. I don't want to wake up and find it on my. But it empowered me to cut it.
Right.
I felt like I had control over the disease compared to it just falling out and me going crazy. So I felt like I just and I rocked it. I looked like Amber Rose without the body.
And that was after your first chemo?
Yeah, after my first chemo.
Wow. And does everybody lose their hair when they go through
Some
that?
people say they didn't lose their hair, and that's what I was hoping for me. But after that pain, and he said to me, you never prayed to me about pain. You was just so worried about your hair. And my hair wasn't coming out. It was like thinning, but it wasn't coming out. I still had ponytail. I still was rocking. But after that, I told him if he just stopped the pain, I would ready to lose my hair. The next morning, it was just coming out in clumps. And I just said, and ever since then, my last 3 rounds, I had no pain anymore.
Wow.
Well, you look
That's
amazing.
You got a lot of hair now.
Yeah, we could catch it now. Catch some Yes.
So I see your shirt.
Yes, Pink Girls Rock.
Now can you give us a little information about that?
Pink Girls Rock basically to me is I want to build a brand that we just have for us a sisterhood. I call my other breast cancer survivors, I call them my pink sisters because we have bond, made a bond. Some people that I even have not met, but we have such a bond even through Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, and we just connect. So for us, it's like when you lose your hair, you're going through so much emotion that you don't feel pretty. You don't want to look, you don't think you look pretty, but we have to realize we're not out here and that we still rock.
Right.
I agree. I chopped off my hair too. I was like, you know what? I'm not my hair. Thank you.
Your hair does not define you at all.
Sure doesn't.
So, and I just want, for me, like I want to make the ages for mammograms lower. Like I'm trying to, we put on a show before, we're trying to raise money. But my goal to me is for him is more so awareness than to raise money.
Right.
I mean, it does help to raise money because people need it. I'm lucky enough to work in the medical field, so my bills are getting paid. But there are some people who are not. But I just want to do more of a movement. And that's what Pink Girls Rock. I'm trying to get it to going. I can stay out the hospital.
Amazing. Well,
now, how can people join? Like, do you have
Well, we still go by Team Chanell because
Okay.
that's what everybody started with when I first began. Yeah, my family just took it over. My friends, and we just did Team Chanell. I had before I got diagnosed, my birthday was like right before I was having surgery the week before. So we had a party and everything. They made these mugs and it's like Team Chanell. I'm like, okay, that's it. We're running with it. So I mean, we're basically just be on Team Chanell and come over and just support us in whatever movement, whatever God put forth for me to do. Just as a team, we just try to go forth and do it.
So, what is next for Team Chanell?
What's next is flooding the White House with pink letters.
Wow. I like that. That was really cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I feel as though if someone in the White House, someone's in whatever the department has to send, if they see a bunch of pink letters and we're telling them stories of all the survivors that I know, and the age is getting lower and lower, and I'm giving you a letter from a 20-year-old who's been diagnosed, you don't think that the age should be lowered? Why do we have to wait till 40 years old when it could have already been spreaded and to pay for a mammogram, but it's okay for stars to be able to before they have the money? We have insurance. Even if we don't, we should be able to afford these things.
Right.
So, it's just crazy. But we're going to try.
Well, we wish you the absolute best, and
Thank
we
you.
sure learned a lot. I know half the things that you told us, I was like, what?
Me too.
Yes, so we are so
Check
grateful
yourself.
and we
Yes,
appreciate
please.
it all, and I know our viewers will definitely love and connect with your story. So do you have a website or anything?
I'm on Instagram, Pink Girls Rock #1. I'm on Facebook, but it's by my name. It's Chanell Howe. I haven't done a Pink Girls Rock thing. And I'm on Twitter, Pink Girls Rock as well. So you can follow me on those as well.
Make sure you follow her, guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Pink Girls Rock. We love you guys. And yes, stay tuned for our next episode of Say That Live. And thank you so much, Chanell,
Thank you
for
for
joining
having
us.
me. I
Really
appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.
Yes, and one more thing. If you guys have questions for Chanell, you can actually hit us up at SayDatLive@gmail.com. And, she'll get back to you.
Yes, I will. And we're having a walk October 20th
Yes.
at Richfield Park. But actually, everyone, your whole neighborhood, someone should be having a walk on October 20th. Go out, support, show us survivors who's in the fight, the ones who have already passed on, show them that we have not forgotten them. Let's just be a support system. We cannot do it alone. As my racer said, no one can fight alone, and we need more support than anything.
And if you guys need more information, we'll be posting it on our social networks via Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff as well. So be sure to join us for the walk. We'll be there, rain or shine.
Yes,
we'll be walking.
yes.
So bring your umbrellas, check weather.com and all that good stuff. But
Yes.
we love you guys. Stay that live. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Pink Girls Rock! Shout outs to our amazing sponsors, Karma for a Cure. Make sure you guys go out and get a Copperfield t-shirt. Copperfield supports breast cancer research. Cancer is cruel, it's not your friend, and it doesn't discriminate. So Copperfield to promote healthy women and men.
Oh yeah, and also donations can be taken by the John Thurr Cancer Center, and it is also a non-profit organization. So make sure you guys get your shirts today. Karma for a Cure. We love you. Say that live
All day.
Yeah.
Make sure you go. Say that live at gmail.com.
Take care. We love you guys. Turn up. Say that live.
Say that live.
Remember to copy your Copperfield too.
Copperfield!